Hey everybody, Rodamon here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi Birth of a Hive, episode 15. If you need a recap of the roles, here they are. And before I get started, today is vote day. So I asked for all of your feedback on Discord in a specific channel, and a whole bunch of you took to taking that opportunity, and I've created a poll. If you're interested in voting, all you got to do is click the info card in the top right, or go to rodamont.com, and the first news item for today will be, of course, the poll, or go to Discord in the announcements section. Alright, so before oh, finally, some gravity being applied to the old machines. That's, oops, I didn't mean to grab Hella. That is fortunate, because having a spider looming over our heads really didn't make me feel all that comfortable. Oh, and yeah, I looted him with a pawn, or character that literally has not enough room for everything. Alright, let's put this stuff away. And grab the electrical components and put them away as well. So, this episode, what I would like to work towards is automating a whole lot of the base to sort of streamline production, which we've more or less done, I'd have to say. And then, oh wow, we already have full cotton and everything. And then get a fair bit of these guys training. The only problem is it's very challenging to try to find a group that I can train with. Because in this region of the world, it's not so safe to just pick fights with anyone. So I'm going to have to be a little careful about that. Alright, before I go any further, let's research some stuff. Now, a lot of this stuff requires bench level 2, so after corpse disposal, that's probably what I'll do. Maybe some better wells and mines and stone refinery. I can do that as well. Alright. So Queen Ferris and Jay are healing up. We do have some people that don't really have jobs. Now, here's the thing. Angel, you specifically requested to be our cook. So I will fulfill that request. Hella didn't request it, so let's destroy all of these tasks here. And give this to Angel. Hella is a, well, I'll call her a princess, so she's going to change squads. Now, the thing is, the people that are sort of at home, so to speak, aren't necessarily going to stay there forever. So this lineup here will move around. I don't plan on sort of requiring specific people to stay at home. I did mention this last episode, but yeah. Alright, so Angel's going to haul. You've got the... Oop, wrong backpack. Now this backpack here, I can drop on the ground. This backpack has building materials for another one of these hive buildings. So she's going to haul to food store, then she's going to cook. Right now I'm just making dust witches, I suppose. And then, let's see. Haul to cactus and wheat straw. Use the grain silo, or then bake, grain silo. Yeah. That about sorts it out. Hopefully that gets her working. Queen here, I'm putting back on research bench. Now I have to figure out a new squad. So combat training will be the name of the squad. And what I'm going to do is dump all of my soldiers, which is a pretty obvious choice, and then dump the bone dogs. Now, one thing I had mentioned, and I want to mention again, just to make sure it's heard, is that I have no intention of using any non-vanilla animals for combat. Which means I have a mod to allow me to, you know, recruit or tame, I guess, leviathans, big things, gorillas, stuff like that. I don't plan on actually using them for combat. I don't think it's all that balanced. So, yes. We'll leave that be. Alright, so here is the Queen's escort, Ferris and Jay, actually they're probably going to be moved to hive workers. I'll figure out a task for them. So we have a combat training group here. And the only other thing I need to do is make sure that some of their jobs are turned off. So let's turn off hold. Go through their equipment to make sure that there's nothing obviously wrong, like, for instance, thorns being super encumbered by a lot of building materials. Now, wherever I'm headed, I could probably sell the power cores, but the other things that I want to keep, let's go ahead and keep. Tools. I'm going to bring the tools with me. So, yeah, that's a little bit better. Put that away. Okay, that looks good. Red rain, green. Looks like we're going to need some bolts. Silver Shade is sporting the food, and he's not encumbered, so that works for me. Beep, Frenchie, and Hella. Alright, great. So Frenchie, as a quick reminder, is our new field medic. Ooh, that is some real high-level medic stuff there. So I'm going to put Frenchie in the back of the group, just as a reminder that that's what they do. And then Silver Shade and Green are going to go back there too, because they're our ranged. I did mention that I wanted to keep... Oops, I moved Green too far. I did mention that I wanted to keep, like, only 2 ranged per group or so. Because any more than that, it gets a little overpowering, in my opinion. Alright, Ron, you're going to give that up to Frenchie. Frenchie's going to pack the bag. Now, the only other issue I foresee is that, Red Rain is going to be particularly slow. So, that's something I probably have to figure out. I don't have a strong person like Queen to carry him around. And Ron is pretty well encumbered by the Manhunter's mercenary plate. And that's why the Manhunters called me an imposter. Very, very many of you took to YouTube comments to inform me of that, so thanks, I guess. Beep, why are you so slow? Oh, you're just walking at the speed of the group. Alright. Which is to say, very slow, because Red Rain doesn't have sea legs yet. So that leaves a few people without jobs. So Cookie... Alright, so we have a stone processor that has a lot of stone left to be processed. So I'm going to switch some jobs around. Ferris and Jay are just sort of healing up. Taking a look at their skills, Jay is really good at laboring and engineering, but I don't have a lot to build. But what I will do is, right now, something that is being determined is whether or not I can build other types of buildings, non-hive based buildings. So y'all can vote on that, but for now that's not the case. I have to stay with hive because I don't know the result of the poll, and we will we'll go ahead and restrict ourselves to the hive-based buildings. So if I want to get in a fight with someone that isn't going to wreck my day, I think I need to head to the Purple Sands and pick a fight with smaller cannibal groups, or the Screamers, rather, and be very, very careful. Because even a small group can spell disaster relatively quickly. So we'll have them head on the road, and as soon as I see any blinking, that means probably iron spiders. So we'll immediately react to that. Alright, Angel, when you're not doing anything, you can mine copper. Alright, Jay here. I'm ordering to be an engineer, and it seems like this is unbuildable. Again, where's the door? I think it's under the earth here. I'm very bad at building these things. This is actually, I'd love to stay within Hive-only technology, but the problem is the buildings really were never meant to be constructed, and as a result are insanely fussy. As you can see here. Alright, this one's getting built. Jay found a way in. I'm just going to have to correct the buildings there. You know, the layout and all that. Alright, I'm going to see Ron. You can move. If you pick up Red Rain. Hey, yo, everybody stop. I just want to get out of the Iron Spider territory. Alright, Ron moves at 17, picking up Red Rain. That's how we're going to get out of here. We're not going to train combat if everybody's walking at snail's pace to follow a puppy. That'd be really funny. A giant military formation following, like, a few-week-old puppy. That sounds very slow. Another issue here I just paused for. Oh, Queen has it. Okay. Alright, so Jay, you are going to go into the Queen's escort. I'm pausing for a moment because Ron is being targeted by presumably this Iron Spider. That was close. Jay and Ferris are down for the count right now because of Iron Spider wounds. They're very lucky, in fact, to have their limbs. The Iron Spider is definitely strong enough to dismember. Even really insanely well-armored guys can be one-shot dismembered. Okay, let's not double back to the Iron Spider. Now everything back home is being worked out, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on the combat training. Now, ideally, I would be closer to border zone. Uh-oh, there is almost certainly a big thing nest over this way. Because there's a, oh, I'm like sitting on it. Oh, maybe it's wolves. I don't see anything. I'm holding left alt and everything. Holding left alt highlights items and stuff. It also highlights the tabards, or the, not tabards, the signage for buildings when you're in a town. Oh, there's two more. I am soon going to be leaving all of the potential Iron Spiders behind. Leaving the Iron Coast. Stop it. I cannot wait until I've got like an elite squad of soldiers that can just annihilate Iron Spiders. And the farm trader we're actually going to be passing on, they're coming up. I'm not entirely sure if I have anything to sell them, but doesn't hurt to have them visit, right? That doesn't hurt my feelings. Alright, so that's the farm trader. And they're headed to my base, so I don't even need to... I'll talk to them. What do they have? They have pretty much nothing I'm going to want to buy up there. They have some... Ooh, they actually have some hiver notebooks. But I'm going to buy that with the people that are up there, because these guys are on a different mission. Oh, here we go. That is a rather large group of them. But I am low-key interested in picking that fight anyway. Call me crazy, right? Because they'd certainly outnumber me. How many are there approximately? It's like a 2-to-1. Maybe that's a very bad idea. But I love bad ideas. So, let's see if I can't pull a few of them. Sometimes what happens if you right-click, you can aggro one and pull them away from the group. So here we go. We pulled one away. and we're having a little bit of practice. Now, what another thing I'm going to do is Green and Silvershade need to practice their precision shooting. So, but I don't want to. Yeah, as you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage here, and that's just one little cannibal, right? So Ron, Thor. Oh, okay, you're on passive. Ron never got hit, though. Let's grab another one. Now, one thing I did want to do is no training. There's a lot of training that you can do on training dummies and stuff like that. And I didn't want to do training dummies because it makes the game a little easier. And I didn't want to do, like, strength training the way you can in this game, which makes this game easier, too. So I'm going to train on live combat pretty much exclusively, which is a lot more dangerous, obviously, than fighting a training dummy. But more rewarding as well. Alright, guys. Could you look any slower? Here, let me have them run like this. Now, another thing I could do is loot their meds, because I don't have a heck of a lot of meds. I will soon be able to manufacture them, which will help. But Frenchie is going to be this group's doctor, so... So he'll be the man with meds. Looks like Green and Silvershade are headhunting. I'll send them out. I'm okay with that. Red Rain, if you want a piece of this action, you're gonna have to catch up. Alright, so oof. Green just got clipped by Silver. We grabbed a few of them. Now this group is too dumb to realize I'm diminishing their numbers from a distance. And I'm okay with this. I probably wouldn't have been able to take 24 out at once. I'm going to pause just a moment and check back on our queen. So Jay hopped into the camp. I'm going to have Queen quickly... I know there's combat going on. Queen quickly trade... for construction materials. Because Jay will then construct the rest of that hive. Alright. Heading on back. Alright, let's stack these meds up. There we go. That's a lot more reasonable. 1,000 little micro stacks just is unnecessarily encumbering. Alright, Silvershade hasn't been hit yet, so he's gonna go... Where exactly? I don't know where they went. Huh. Alright, fine. Everyone's gonna follow Red Rain, and Red Rain, you're gonna head to the workshop. I'm sort of... Oh, there they are. If this is even the same group. It's possibly... It's not. Now, all of this dust storm is definitely putting me at a bit of a disadvantage for ranged. But, that's alright. It looks like we have a fair portion of the group. Red is definitely not going to take on 3 of them. Oh, that's a good bite, though. Alright, Frenchie. I'm going to have you hang back. One thing I haven't been doing is disarming them. I'm leaving their weapons intact. And I think pretty much the rest of the group is coming now. I'm going to have these forward people fall back a little bit. Oh, that's really awkward. I didn't mean to do that. Let's attack all. And start switching targets. our crossbow people, hivers, whatever you want to call them. Gonna take up side positions and maybe pick up some blades. Yeah, green's already picking up blades. And the thing is, the moment I get knocked out, and I already have 3 down, they're going to go for abductions, which is annoying. So one thing I need to do is to keep at least one person upright to prevent full abduction. So right now I'm micromanaging Silvershade because everyone else is getting knocked out. Ron is sort of fighting in name only. He's barely standing. Ches is still standing. This group was a little bit beyond my capacity, I'd say. But, most of the guys that are running away with... Whoa, I didn't mean to run in that close. Running away with abducting my people are also fairly wounded. And the thing is, anyone that tries to escape, like let's do a quick head count. Oh, Beep. Beep, if I manage to kill Beep's captor, the moment Beep hits the ground, he'll start fighting. Nobody is in that bad of a way right now. Everyone here is, it's, you know, it's practice. It's just the way this is. Sometimes. It's tough living out in the edge of nowhere, you know? Fights are gonna end up like this. Alright, Ches got back up. He probably deeply regrets it now, because he's being, multi-teamed. Yoink. Oh no, he got a hit in before he went back down. Alright, Beep's captor is down, so Beep's up. Beep is gonna help me get Hella back. And it looks like they're trying to make off with Frenchie. That's my doc. You don't get to do that. Now the joy is the AI here is a little dumb and will... Oh, scrawny raid coming to the hive. The AI is a little dumb, so as soon as you target them, they sort of stop what they're doing and they fight you. So as you can see, I keep basically enticing Frenchie's captor. Let's do a quick head check, making sure that we're not losing anyone. No one has been carried off that I haven't accounted for, and that's true. Alright, this little guy is getting destroyed. Beep's doing a great job. Alright, so Frenchie is free. Frenchie is going to fork over some meds to Silvershade. Silvershade is going to help Beep in his fight. Whoa, Hella's free? I don't know why. Oh, the guy's arm was crippled. That's why he dropped Hella. Can't carry anyone with a crippled arm. And Hella went, like, airborne. Alright. Let's heal Beep up. That's pretty much how I envisioned the fight going. But honestly, it worked out. No one's being eaten. No one's being abducted. Yeah, there's still some cannibals coming in, and I have to account for them, but, let's try to block on this one. I don't know how... I wouldn't... Uh-oh. No. We're getting... Alright, Beep unleashed here. We're getting a few people getting abducted here. Yoink. Oh, Ches is up. angry that they're trying to carry off Ron and Thor. Ches took quite a beating. Now, the joy is, the beating that we took is also going to raise a lot of our stats. Right? So, Ches, I bet if I check Chez's toughness, boom, 17. Quite high. Because the more he gets beat up, the higher that toughness goes. Plus melee defense, melee attack. It comes with, there's a lot of benefits to getting your butt kicked. As long as you survive it. Now, fighting cannibals is a really, really bad idea. Because if you lose, you're consumed. So you gotta be a little careful of that. Now, another thing I should do is, oh, Green, you are sort of up. Green, do you have meds on you? You do. Alright, patch yourself up. Another thing I should do is to put down some beds that's on Thorn's backpack. And heal up people as fast as I'm able. Whoa, okay. Let me see if I can catch him. Oh no, he entered a new zip code. Oh, Beep's being carried off. You all know how I feel about that. Alright, Mr. Ches. You are going to go over and trade with Red Rain. Grab some of these backpacks. Or camp, or not camp beds, whatever they're called. Now, I do have a raid coming in. Another scrawny raid. They might just get Iron Spidered. That's entirely possible. But I still have to fight a two-front war right now against cannibals. Alright, so I think I'm going to pick up Thorns. This dude's leg is so screwed up, he's not going to be a threat for... Oh, I can't pick up Thorns because I don't have two good arms. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Whoa! Beep. You've now entered the space program. Alright, Silvershade can pick people up. So he's going to start rescuing. Ches, you're going to continue building. Alright, Silver. Let's see. Pick up. Beep. Now, the ones that are borderline healthy, meaning like they're going to recover soon, I need to prioritize for resting. Plus prioritizing the animals. Because animals rest up at greatly accelerated rates. And that will get them on their feet. So this cannibal raid is here. It's actually possible that the farm trader is going to overlap with them too. I'm not saying that that's impossible. Alright, so Green regained consciousness. Man, this turned into a big old mess, didn't it? I love it. Call me sadistic, but I find it hilarious. Alright, let's go and actually put Thorns down. And trade with him. Grab that backpack. Or that, I don't know why I keep calling it backpack. It's a camp bed. They're not even similar. Let's get Thorn in. I should also make sure that no one else is, like, critical. But, no, I don't really see any super critical. Definitely some people that are gonna need some fair amount of patching up, but that's why I'm out here, you know? Ron, however, actually Ron does need attention sooner than everyone else. He's really tough, and he fought until his legs and arms basically gave out. Alright, Frenchie, give Silvershade all of your meds. Yeah. Ron's limbs were almost severed. That's how far that I let that go. Farm trader has arrived. Alright, let's check in on them. I don't have any research queued up, but what I could do is upgrade my research bench. So the farm trader looks like they definitely took the bridge. So let's take a look. So we are interested in the Hiver notebooks. I can only afford 2. I I'm going to sell my skeleton repair kit and afford the third. Because we have another kit in the box, if I recall correctly. And then... yeah. Alright, so if I just right-click these... how does this work? I'm not entirely sure, because this is part of a mod that I've added, and I haven't experimented, but I can read up on that on my own time. Alright, so let's get Research Bench level 3 going here. Adding a bunch of iron plates. So Queen, you will engineer. And whatever happened over here? We don't have all the fowl meat because we're using it to feed our army. Alright, that's good to know. I don't think anyone else around here has fowl meat. Ferris, you're going to engineer as well. And then I'm going to put you as the escort here. And then let's check back on our combat squad. Ron's somehow conscious. Jesus, he must be in unmentionable, insane amounts of pain. Silvershade, who are you working on? You're still working on Ron? He's basically the Black Knight at this point. I'm not even certain he has arms or legs. Just bloody stumps. But it's just a flesh wound for him. Alright, so I'm disarming these cannibals because I basically don't have any fight left in me. In fact, I'm going to pick... nope. You. Listen to me. I'm going to... oh, yeah, there we go. So this is Ron's... oh, we just shot Green in the butt as he laid there. This is Ron's movement speed. Cool. We knocked him out, but I think what we ended up doing is significantly shooting our own teammates. Yeah, Green we shot in the chest. Pretty soon Frenchie will come to, and then we'll have help with the medical care. So back home we have not a whole lot of population to help defend. Let's take a look. I guess I could have not traded with that farm trader, but I'd rather fight the fights myself. As hard as it might become. Alright, doing a bunch of patching up. We're almost ready to add some iron plates, and we have plenty of them. In fact, we'll use the 5 that is on us already. So, this might not be true if you're using skeletons in your squad, but if you have non-skeletons, a bed per person in the squad is a very sensible idea. Because right now, the only people that are healing up are the people in beds. Everyone else is sort of healing up, but not, I wouldn't say, in a reasonable amount of time. So another thing that Green is going to do, or Silvershade rather, is stack up the bodies. Stack up the unconscious friends we've got close to the beds, so I can just babysit them. Because as you can imagine, it could be pretty easy to lose sight of someone and have them carried off by cannibals. And then I'll go around and loot all the meds off of everyone that we fought. I think I earned it at this point. And disarm them. Now some of them are playing dead, and if I catch any of them playing dead, I'll pick them up, knock them out. But I don't know. I'm proud of these guys. Oh, Ron's on his feet. How? I don't know. He's like Guts from Berserk. Honestly, man's a monster. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Alright, we're getting an okay amount of meds. Oh! I don't even know I killed that one. But that guy got back up for a moment, and I just sort of... I used, like, Jedi mind powers and just knocked him unconscious. Alright, is that everyone? No. Oh, that might just about be everyone. Cool. Thorns is going to give up. Thorns is pretty well healed compared to the rest of them. Going to give up a slot to Ron. And now we have a better research bench. Now, all the stuff that was on the research bench didn't disappear. It's still intact, or whatever. Alright, another thing I should start is a green fruit farm. Because I could power up my base through green fruit and not wheat. And that would allow us to use the wheat. And then what I'm doing is I'm also upgrading a bunch of the other buildings around the base. So, Queen, I'm going to queue up some science for you. Let's be allowed to make crossbow bolts and medicine and melt weapons and make splints. And what else? Hashish. I used my engineering research for that one. And a lot of people want me to become some sort of drug lord, and I don't want to make my money that way. But hemp oil biofuel is really efficient biofuel, so that will be good. Imprisonment. I was a little hesitant researching that one, but I will. And then tech level 4 requires ancient science books, which at the moment we do not have. Alright, looking good. How's our food? We've got some dust witches. Good. Checking back over here. We are in a great big pile of fetid corpses of cannibals, I guess. I'm going to start moving them away from my wounded. Just so that if these guys regain consciousness, I get some advanced notice before they spring into action and grab me or I'll throw them into orbit. Well, whatever. As long as he's away, right? Well, it's good to know that the 10 of me, although with some advanced kiting and whittling down their numbers, I can sort of win a fight against them. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't sure if that was the case. I wasn't really prepared to lose all 10, but, you know, you gotta... No risk, no reward. Alright, so Beep's regained consciousness. I'm going to focus on trying to make sure no one's in a coma. Because if I get jumped by a new squad, I want everyone conscious for the fight. Which means anyone that's currently unconscious will get cycled into a rest. Hello, that means you. Another thing I could do is permanent job for, well, no, let's do that with Frenchie. Alright, so Thor's unconscious, but about to regain consciousness. Red Rain is unconscious, but as a puppy, I'm not that worried about it. And then, Hella's gonna regain sorta soon. Frenchie's already regained. Okay. So, Silvershade, you are going to hand the splints over to Frenchie, and Frenchie is gonna start splinting up everyone. I'll probably run out of splints, but someone like Ron needs, like, every limb that exists splinted. No, why'd you immediately put him down? Put him in the bed. Oh, he's in the bed. Yeah. Thor, where are you headed? You have some move order? I don't recall giving you a move order. Now, another thing I could do is bring all these guys home once they are mobile enough, and then the new hive building that I have the rotten meat on Silvershade to construct can become a, it can become a bed. Oh. Well, this is no good. Hello. I'm gonna scream Floop. Floop it was. Bye-bye. I think I knew Floop was one of the things that worked. Now, one of you mentioned that that only works a few times, and at some point it no longer works. You can no longer trick people into or trick the screamers into making you think that you're not one or whatever. But given the amount of wounds I sustained, I didn't really have an option there. Silvershade. While we're next to this tech thing, let's also double check back on the Queen. Now, this raid is just over the water, hypothetically, or whatever's left of it after spiders have chewed their way through. Let's see. Jay and Ferris, you two are going to go head over and scout and possibly lure them further from us. So the advantage of the stone processor and stone mines upgrade is higher efficiency, fewer workers need to work it, so more work gets done. Alright, so Thor's conscious with all limbs. Green has a really messed up leg, so we'll get him some rest. I'm going to prioritize their limbs over everything else. So if they can run at reasonable speeds, I'm not going to worry about them getting rest. But at this point, I think everyone has decent leg heals. I'll put Beep there, because Beep's leg is a little bashed up. Alright, so there was one thing I wasn't able to pick the last time I was here. But I forget exactly what box it was. That one has loot in it. But I don't know if it's the one I couldn't pick. It's not. I just don't know what's in there. So I'll check. Oh, it's an iron stick. One that does a little blunt damage. I don't know. I'll grab it. I left it before. Alright, what's the box that I couldn't open? It's one of these, yes. Alright, so let's see. I didn't want to do this, but Thorns, you have tools to allow me to open it. So let's go get that. Checking in on Queen. What are you guys doing? Turn your jobs off. Alright, so this is the only cannibal that made it? For reals? Alright, I mean, sure. It is a rough journey. I almost feel bad, because this dude doesn't... I guess, I mean, Ferris is martial artsing him So I don't feel that bad. Alright, so here's the tools. And we'll drop this off. And then we'll also give him a little food. Let's switch back over to Silvershade and have him try to crack open that box I wasn't able to open. And then I'm going to get them home to heal up proper and to make that other hive building to allow them to build beds. And that will allow us to rest faster. So I think everyone is conscious now and in various states of recovery. Yep, that is true. Good. Alright. I'm going to use tools to open this. You say you don't have any tools. I'm staring at the tools. And that's going to take a while. Alright. Back to my base guards. Ferris, guess what? You can steal his iron club. Oh, apparently there's actually a raider over here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a few. They're kind of just stuck at the moment. How many are there? I almost outnumber them. Queen does not take kindly to threats, though. We all know this. So, sometimes what ends up happening is they will, sort of strut their stuff. Oh, really? You went on water? Let's see if I can't lure them into the jaws of an iron spider. The one that is coming towards the base, I think Queen can manage. Who knew you guys were in for such a violence and action-packed episode? Alright, Angel, meat pants. I don't think the Queen needs her help, but from a role-playing standpoint, it doesn't make sense for them to not help. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was like a one. No, I misinterpreted. Now, living in this neck of the woods, there's definitely going to be a lot of combat. Yeah. Yeah. These spiders chewed up this raid pretty severely, as you could see. No surprise there. Alright, checking on Silvershade, still cutting. I have it paused, checking on Queen, still shooting. Jay and Ferris are probably the ones in greatest danger at the moment. But we're hivers, we're faster, and our Queen makes us smarter. So... Wow, that spider's already active. Usually the spiders are kind of inactive, and you have to get close to them to piss them off. But these spiders are all already in, like, super attack mode. So what I'm going to do is run this raid right into them. Now, I don't feel great about exploiting the iron spiders to whittle out the numbers. Oh. Queen does not take kindly to your violence. But given that my main crew is a little incapacitated at the moment, I'm not against upping my ante. Alright, so everyone else that's here, I'm setting as, you know, free to attack. Another thing I'm going to need to do is, it will be in crafting. No. Where is it? Attack, walls, power, corpse furnace. There it is. You can't burn unconscious people, but once they're dead, I'll get rid of them. Alright, let's go ahead and... Jay and Ferris should be running over the bridge home. And they are, but they have a bunch of iron spiders in tow. That's not healthy. Queen's been shooting Pillar in the bum. I'm sorry, Pillar. It's really, truly not personal. Alright, most of the Iron Spiders are done following me, except for this one. But this one is particularly damaged. So while the other guys are just sitting, camping, resting, I'm gonna have Queen kill off that Iron Spider. Am I out of splint kits? I don't know. But I don't want to stick around too long because the screamers might, you know, return, and that'd be a real problem. Oh, you know what? It's actually possible that this... Yeah, the Iron Spider hopped off the bridge and is no longer heading our way. So, not an issue anymore. Queen's patching up all the people that she shot. Oh, no. I said not an issue. What I meant is there's an Iron Spider in my base, and this is danger, danger, danger. It's chasing this cannibal, though. This one-armed, mostly dead cannibal. But I don't think even Queen has the ammunition to deal with an Iron Spider, even if she hit every single shot. So I'm gonna see if that cannibal can't lead the Iron Spider away. So far, so good. Yeah, there's a bunch of active Iron Spiders right in the water there. So I'll have to note that there is one danger close that needs to be dealt with soonish. Now, before I go any further, let's get Queen into the bed. She should be the first to heal. Not because I don't believe in equality, but because the series ends if she dies. So... Alright, and then the end of this bridge is full of Iron Spiders. Just chock full of them. Which means any raids that come are going to be annihilated, and my people that are out of base, they're going to have a little bit of trouble returning. I'll have to be cautious about that. So some of these unconscious ones, we won't necessarily be able to corpse burn. Because, you know, they're unconscious, they're not dead. There are some mods that allow you to, like, finish people off. But, that gets a mite bit dark. I don't know. Maybe it's necessary. Alright, so Ferris. Put you back on engineering. Upgrading the well, I guess. Jay, I'm gonna put you on keeping the power on. Angel, I'm pretty sure there is cooking to be done. Oh, is there no power right now or something? Yeah, no, there was work to be done. She just wasn't doing it. I won't blow the whistle, though. No, there's plenty of fuel. Oh, God, there's lots of fuel. Okay, so that's all squared away. Ferris, when you have nothing going on, work the stone mine. Alright, checking back on the original group. Their legs are looking a little bit better. They were really, really, really bad for a while. Ron can now run reasonably fast. He can actually outrun a bunch of them. Red Rain is as slow as Red Rain's ever been. But they're mostly good to go. What about Silvershade? You cut through that? Oh, lovely. So engineering research, a pretty decent guardless katana, robotic components, and a whole lot of repair kits. That is a healthy haul. And he'll rejoin the group. And then we should get going. Now the thing is, I'm going to have to return home via the ocean. A lot of ocean swimming. So let's see. This nice guardless katana is going to go to maybe Hella. And then this other one's going to go to Frenchie. And then Frenchie can put the Wakasashi away. Alright. Camp beds are going to get broken down. In the future, I might wuss out and train up on slightly easier areas, because my god, I gotta say, I really got my butt kicked. I'm not too proud to say it. Alright, slowest mover is obviously going to be Red Rain. Now, if Red Rain, or if Thorns carries the armor, Ron can run at 23. Which means Ches or Thor is our slowest. Alright, guys. There's all sorts of red dots on the map. But given that we have a whole large stack of iron spiders at our bridge, I'm honestly not all that concerned. I don't foresee a scrawny raid going to be able to get through that. If Canhead, or whatever his name was, couldn't do it, scrawny raiders aren't going to be able to either. I'm getting a lot of really cool things researched, medicine-wise. Oh, let's not go into the ocean just yet. We have a lot more land to cover. So soon we'll be making fabrics out of the hemp, and fuel out of the hemp, and fabrics out of the cloth as well. Did I have everyone here, right? Yes. Nice. Nope, some more screamers. Maybe I won't cross paths with them this time. Pretending to be one of them is sure to backfire eventually. Oh, there we go. So Hella. So in my haste, how am I going to solve this? In my haste, I ran into an iron spider, which caused some secondary issues. So, who is strong? Ches is strong, but has a messed up arm. Beep, maybe? Alright, Beep is going to double back and help Hella survive this. Red Rain, you're going to go to the water. The bone dogs swim very effectively. Hella, you're crippled, but you'll survive. Ron really shouldn't have stopped here. Alright, Mr. Beep and Ron out to the water. Alright, everybody, let's go to this section of water. At max speed. Don't wait for Red Rain. Red here is very much... Oh, there we go. The Garu got involved. At this point, I'm just like dragging these screamers into just about anything that will aggro them. Alright, so Ron's gonna desperately need to be patched up, as will Hela. They got hit pretty bad. Red is trying to head to the water. Once we're in the water, the meleeers really can't hurt us all that bad. So we'll take to the water for our salvation. As you can see, they're just not exactly sure what to do. Red's doing the same thing. You guys got outsmarted pretty hard. Alright, so Silvershade is ready to provide medical care as soon as we make landfall. So what I'm going to try to do is swim away from this group. Nope. But keep you in the water. The vast majority, the bulk of the screamers have moved on. They're sort of ADHD. Green. You swim very fast, comparatively, so I'm going to have you pick up Ron and swim to shore, because they're going to need some medical attention sooner than everyone else. Everyone's going to get to shore. We have one little dude chasing us. But that's not going to end well for that one guy. Alright, put down, put down. Who's holding you? Green, put down. Alright, Thorns, you're up, buddy. Ron, you can sit this one out. Ron and Hela, I'm going to have sit out. They're already wounded enough. No one's on Red Rain's tail. That's good. We shook our pursuers. All right, she's down. I'm taking that flesh cleaver away. And I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful. I've had too many brushes with death. Checking back over here, Queen, you're done sleeping. Everyone else in the hive pillar, I guess, needs rest, but everyone else is good. Alright, combat traders. Trainers. You've had your fair share, haven't you? Alright, so Hela's not going to be able to walk. But we set it up so that Beak can carry her. Alright, so Frenchie's saying everyone's healed. So Beep's carrying 1 at 16. Ches, can you carry Red Rain? At 13. Alright, so Ches at 13 is the slowest. That's pretty slow, so we're going to have to be cautious about coming home. Might be a good time to, well, it's a really, really far swim. Let's go up the coast as much as we can. And be ready to jump in the water. Just keeping an eye out for Spideys. So the real challenge of living where I'm living is, the dangers around me are a lot higher threat. A lot more, a lot tougher than where most of my first bases would normally be. Most of my starter bases would be near the border zone or somewhere that's not full of crazy strong, immediately gonna kill you enemies. Alright, so we do have a 3 iron spiders in the water there and 1 near the bridge. So when I come home, I'm gonna need to take a long way. It's sad that I had just built the bridge and now it's basically out of commission. But it's like having rabid guard dogs at your door, right? Like, it sucks, but also you're not gonna have people knocking on your door soliciting essential oils or religion or whatever. Because, you know, rabies. So, yeah, it has its advantages. I'm just going to have to be very, very careful because I am boxed in. Alright, so another thing I could do with the hive workers here, Pillar, I'm going to wake you up, is, let's see, we have Jay here. Haul to the corpse furnace when you're not doing anything else. Right now he's working the fuel. So Ferris, haul to the corpse furnace first, and then work the stone mine. So we're just incinerating the corpses of the enemies here. And now I'm going to collapse all the workers into the group, essentially removing the hive workers, or the training squads group for the time being. And my next aim is going to be bedding. It's going to be trying to get all these guys well rested as best as I can. Alright, so we are building another hive hut to serve that purpose. Are you still carrying them? Yeah, you are. Alright, Beep, we need you to get your armor back. So, Thorns, come running over here. That's not your armor. Alright. And then that's Ron's armor there. Thor, you're in bed. Alright, Red Rain, you are being carried by Ches. Mr. Ron, you've gone through a lot. Let's get you your armor back. Cool. Alright, so we have a new hive. And what I'm going to do is I am going to roll credits now, and then between now and next episode, I'm going to just maneuver this hive hut to a usable location. Because as you all know, where you build them initially sometimes doesn't work all that well, so I don't want to do that on camera because it's not all that compelling. So a quick reminder to all of you that today is vote day, so if you would like your voice to be heard in this somewhat democratic hive with our unelected leader, okay, maybe it's not democracy, but all you gotta do is rattlemont.com, go to the info card, or go to Discord announcements section and cast your vote. Thanks to everybody that contributed feedback. Thanks to the patrons for helping this channel survive. And thanks to all the viewers for tuning in day after day for more Hive love. Adios, everybody.